Hello. Hi. Okay, I'm just going to find it on Facebook. I wanted to talk about, I did a post yesterday about consistent healthy eating because I was talking to my group about that. And I wanted to kind of explain it because they said it was so helpful the way I explained it. And it's so funny because, when we think of something in one way, we're like, well, yeah, that's obvious. But other people are like, no, that's really cool. Now that makes so much more sense. Change of perception can make a huge difference in everything. If you change the way you think about something, it can make so much sense that you're like, I can do it now. I can totally do this now, right? So that's what I'm kind of talking about is how we can, how someone else may think about something that you haven't. And that way it's like, oh my God, that makes so much more sense. So I'll talk about the way I think about healthy eating. Oh, it looks a little dark again today, doesn't it? What are you going to do? It's the light right now. It's later. So here's how I think about it. So healthy eating consistently or doing anything consistently really is about, for one, you get to choose the way you do it consistently, right? There's not just one way. And doing something consistent doesn't mean it's all the time, 100% every day, 7 days a week. And I think that's what trips people up. They're like, I have such a hard time with eating healthy consistently because then I go to a wedding and that throws me right off. Or then I go out for dinner with friends or drinks with friends and then I end up eating pizza or fries. That's not throwing anything off, right? That's not throwing anything off. That is just during that meal, you chose to eat something that may not have been really, really healthy, but it doesn't mean you're not consistent with healthy eating. Being consistent with anything, just like exercise, is that I'm doing it most of the time, always. I'm not doing this I'm not going full on for 3 weeks and then off for 2 months. That's not consistent. Even though for those 3 weeks you were consistent, right? So to get results with everything and anything, it's really about, like, let's say small steps, but consistently, like not giving up and continuing to do them. So that's the way you want to think about it, especially when it comes to healthy eating. You could choose to eat really good, clean, healthy foods 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, you can choose to say, I'm more free on the weekends. That means if I go out for dinner, I'm not going to freak out. Hi, it shows me people are watching, but it's not showing anybody watching. So if you're watching, I want to say hello, hello. It looks like Pam, Cynthia, Denise, Cheryl. Hello, hello. Give me a like or say hello if you can see this, if you are watching, because it's not really showing me. But so you want to think about, okay, and also it's got to fit in your life. If you're forcing yourself to do something consistently that you don't like to do, or in a way you don't like to do it, you're not going to stick with it, right? You may be consistent with it for 2 weeks, but you're going to not like the process. And if we don't like something, if we really don't like it, we're not going to continue to do it. And that's a lot what people do when they think about going to a gym. I don't want to go to a gym. I don't like going to a gym. I don't like working out with weights, but I'm going to force myself to do it for 2 to 3 weeks consistently, right? And they do it. But the whole time they're there, it's like, I don't like this. I hate this. I got to force myself. Oh my God, I got to go work out today. I can't wait for the 3 weeks to be over. Then I can go back to, right? And that's also what happens sometimes when people do a program, a 2-week, 3-week program for healthy eating or a cleanse detox program. You can force yourself to do something for a period of time, but you kind of know in your head, I'm not going to continue with this. And you don't, because you go from all in to all off. So the best way to stay consistent is believe me, guys, I'm not a planner. But pick a plan that works for you. I'm all about, it has to work for you, because I won't do something I don't like to do. Like, I will not do it. So I want to find a way to make something work for me. You see what I mean? You want to find how it's going to work for you. So you're like, okay, I want this. I want to be healthy, consistently eating healthy. Why? Have your why. Because I'm feeling sluggish. I'm feeling low of energy. I'm achy. I'm looking older and I want to be healthy and I want to be independent and I want to be able to do the things I want to do in the future. So then right? It's like I'm making a decision now that I want to have that health, have that look, have that body, whatever it is. So therefore, I need to. Maybe it's exercise and eat healthy. So then you could start out with some sort of a plan. You could say to yourself, okay, I know that I could do it Monday through Friday. Commit to healthy eating Monday through Friday. But I like my weekends to be able to maybe have a bit of wine, go out for dinner, just have the option of doing that, right? Right. So then you could say, okay, I'm committing to my consistent healthy eating is going to look like this. 5 days of eating really healthy, then Saturday and Sunday, or even Friday night, if I go out, if I feel like pizza, if I feel like ordering in, I will, and I'm going to deal with it then, right? Then you don't beat yourself up. You don't so if you order pizza Friday night, you don't get mad at yourself. You don't say tomorrow's a shit show. I'm going to just continue to eat pizza and ice cream all day because I ate it last night. No. You say, at this meal, I'm choosing to have this. The next day you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm choosing to have a smoothie because I know it's good for me and I like smoothies. I'm choosing to have a healthy lunch. Then if you go out for dinner on a Saturday night, you can say, okay, I'm going to a restaurant. I'm actually going to eat whatever I feel like eating. That's going to be really good. It's going to taste good. I'm going to love it. I'm going to fully and completely enjoy this meal. And then Saturday comes along and you can decide, do I want the healthy thing right now? Because Monday morning, you start back to eating really healthy Monday through Friday. And if you do that consistently for a year, for 2 years, for 6 months, right, you will notice a difference. Because you're not doing I did really well for 3 weeks and then I just blew it all to hell and I started eating pizza and potato chips and back to fried foods and back to not eating or whatever. So you're really, really good. Then you just plummet and go down into you go down and you just eat really like crap, right? And then you beat yourself up and then you feel terrible. And then the whole cycle just continues, right? You're not going to trust yourself. You're not going to want to try something again because you're going to say, I've tried it. And then I fail, then I sabotage, then I go back. So what's the point, right? So another way of eating healthy consistently is to do it. Is anybody who's watching? And if you're watching the replay and you have problems or you have a question or you have something that I haven't thought about and you're like, but what about this, Diana? Comment below and let me know because I'm here, right? This isn't just a one way. I just like babbling on because I want to give you some ideas. When I get ideas, I want to share my ideas. So another way to eat healthy consistently is something like you can say, I'm going to do 2 days out of the week. One day I'm going to do juices and smoothies. The next day I'm going to do just a lot of like really healthy foods like vegetables and salads and lean meats, whatever. And then I'm going to be, just kind of eat clean for the rest of it. So you can do it any way you want. Some people will say 1 day a week, I'm going to do juices and smoothies. Oh, thanks for that. And then, I'm committing to for sure 1 day a week, I'm doing just juices and smoothies. And then the rest of the time, I'm going to eat healthy, but I'm not going to worry. It's just about picking a plan that works for you and choosing to stick with it. Now, if it doesn't work, if you think this isn't going to work, then you just rewrite the plan. You just change it a little bit, adjust it, and continue on. So you don't give up. You don't go into a hole or a vortex and binge and eat terrible and put yourself down and cry and feel bad about yourself and feel like a loser. Right? That's not going to get you anywhere. So being consistent is just decide how you want to be consistent, start it, stick with it, but also give yourself that grace time because it's not 100% of the time. It's not every day, all the time. It's not about being perfect. It's not all or nothing. It's being empowered. I'm choosing. Every day you get to make a choice. So always bring it back to you. Every day I get to make a choice of how I'm going to do this. I'm choosing today to eat really healthy today. So what is that going to look like? And each meal I'm going to choose to eat healthy. Then the next day I'm going to choose to eat really healthy. You can take it day by day. But the thing is that you don't, if you eat something, if you make a choice to eat pizza, French fries, whatever, a donut, don't let it bring you down. Decide and know that it's a choice. It's a conscious choice. You made it. You're not going to keep up with that same food over and over again because you know the negative benefits. So it's great. I had a donut today. I had a brownie today. It was so good. I enjoyed it so much. But that's not my normal. My normal is eating healthy most of the time. So it's not all or nothing, and it's not on again, off again. There is no off. You're eating every day, most likely. So there's no end to it, right? I hope that makes sense. And then with exercise, a really good thing that I found was what you could commit to doing for 1 week. You can take it 1 week at a time. Same with this healthy eating. You can do something for 1 week, check in, and then do it again for another week or adjust it slightly. Don't make huge, massive changes, right? Because then that's, again, not being consistent. So if you want to exercise, what I used to do all the time was, or some people say, I want to take a walk. By the time I get home, make supper, there's no time. If you work, right from work, go someplace, either to a gym or go for a walk or do your exercises. Don't wait till you get home and cook supper and clean up because you probably won't get it done. Or if you're somebody who doesn't work or you work from home, but yet you go out during the day and do errands, then while you're out, go for a walk. While you're out, go to the gym, right? So don't wait until you're home and then an hour later try and go out again. That's just something that's always worked for me. When I worked full time, I always went to the gym right after work. Even when my daughter was young, she'd either go with her dad or she'd go to the gym daycare. I didn't go 7 days a week, right? Because it's consistent, but not every day, right? So then I would just take her to the gym daycare, but I would not go home first because I knew if I went home I would not exercise. So that's just the way it is. And some people go in the morning. Being consistent is just about picking a plan, picking something, sticking with it, not doing extremes, and just noticing how it makes you feel. And remember, there's no end. You just continue and you just adjust. So there's no on again, off again. And you're always making a choice for you. You are the one who's in power. Food is not in power. Your sabotage behaviors are not overpowering. Don't make them overpower you. Power you. Your frustration, don't let it take power over you. Your anger, don't let it take power over you. Because those emotions, those feelings that come up are temporary. They come, they go, they are a part of life. So if we allow them to bring us down or to stop us from something that's really important, then we gave our power to that thing, right? So when you give your power to something, it's one, and that's when you feel helpless. That's when people say, oh, I just wish I wouldn't do this. Why do I always do this? I wish this wouldn't happen. And then we blame the circumstances and outside of us, but really we're the one who gave up our power. All right, I hope that helps. And if you've watched, if this helped you, please let me know in the comments. And any comments you have, any questions. I always have spaces for one-on-one coaching, not too many at one time. But I do have 2 spaces right now. And that can be with anything, with the nutrition, with the healthy eating, with the exercise. Well, we always do both, never just one. I never do exercise without doing the healthy eating. And also talking about stress reduction. The mindset's a huge part of it. And about making change in your life. So making change in your life. Beginning to live a life you love. Like really making changes and working towards beginning to live a life you love. That's what I help women with. So feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, YouTube, on my website if you are on YouTube. DianaMarchand.com. All right, I hope this helped. Let me know. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.